Sameet Chavan, technical analyst at Angel Broking, joins us. Sameet, good afternoon. Good to have you on the show. What's your near-term view on the Nifty? Are you seeing some increased amount of resistance at 9250 and 9300?
Good afternoon. We have already seen a relentless rally in last 3 months. Nifty has rallied more than 1300 points without any major correction. And last month we witnessed a decisive price volume breakout from 9,000 mark, which was acting as a very major hurdle. Now clearly there has been a shift of base. Last month it was around 1800, 8900. Now this month we are seeing base getting shifted higher. 9,000, 9,050 seems to be a very strong support. Yes, on the higher side, market is struggling to cross 9250, 9300, which has been acting as a very strong resistance. So we believe this this is more of a consolidation phase that market is undergoing. But directionally our call remains bullish on the market, considering the fact yes, in last couple of days FIs have been sellers in cash segment as well as index futures, but the quantum is quite less. They've already formed strong long positions in last couple of months. So looking at this, it seems that this is more of a consolidation phase, and sooner or later we are likely to resume its high degree uptrend. So any dip 9150, 9100 is likely to get bought into. So we would maintain our optimistic stance, and sooner or later we expect Nifty to move out of this condition zone.
Right, so that's about the Nifty, but if you talk about the Bank Nifty, we've been to a live high in only yesterday's session, and we've ended at a record live high as well. Do you think that there's further steam in the larger private sector banks to pull through closer to a level of 22,000? And what is your view about the resilience seen on the public sector banking index? Any stock-specific names from there that you will be keen on?
Yes, in last couple of days, we have already seen a decent rally in most of the banking counters, mainly in PSU banking counters. Yeah, on the private banking front, yes, Axis Bank seems good. It has been consolidating since last couple of days, but since last 3 days, it is clearly indicating that it is likely to move higher now from current level. So probably 520, 521 is the immediate hurdle. But looking at the overall price activity in last 3 days, we believe that sooner or later Axis Bank is likely to surpass this hurdle and is likely to move higher from current level. So 530, 532 would be a near-term target as far as Axis Bank is concerned. And on the lower side, we are seeing good buying interest coming at its strong support zone of 505, 500. As far as PSU banking counters are concerned, we are quite upbeat on PSU bank space since last 3 weeks. PNB, Union Bank, OBC, SBI has been a preferred pick, but now Canara Bank seems to be outperforming this space. It has given a very decent rally in last 3-4 days, and now it is poised for further higher levels. We expect Can Bank to move toward 330, 332, which would be a near-term target. So any minor dip towards 310, 312 would be a very good buying opportunity considering the risk to reward ratio. So we would like to go long in Can Bank as far as PSU banking space is concerned. 301, 302 is likely to act as a very strong support, so that can be kept as a very strong stop loss, and we expect a good move towards 330, 332.
All right, certain stock-specific names that the focus is on. There's Petro and LNG that's doing well in trade. Nomura has come up with a report on the counter. They've elevated their target price. They have a buy call, of course, with a target price which has been raised to 510. The stock is up 4%. It's the top gainer in the F&O firmament, and has seen some good long addition as well. The new price target, by the way, by Nomura is the highest on the street, and the stock has run up almost 72% in a 1-year time horizon and almost 127% over a 2-year time horizon. This compares with only 21% for the Sensex and 3% for the Sensex over a 2-year time horizon. So it's been a rank outperformer. Nomura also goes on to say that the terminal can continue to surprise, and global LNG prices remain benign owing to the glut in the global LNG market. So fundamental upside, which is constant and something that's consistent with the Petronet LNG. On Petronet LNG and even on the city gas distribution names, some of them obviously are not part of the F&O, Sameet, but you have any view on those? Something like an IGL, Mahanagar Gas, Gujarat Gas, but starting out with Petronet?
See, honestly, we have been closely tracking Petronet LNG since last couple of months. However, the stock had done nothing in last couple of months. It's been just consolidating in a narrow range. 370 has been acting as a very strong support, and it was struggling to cross the 415 mark. But yesterday we saw a decisive breakout. It was a gap up opening beyond 415, 416, which was acting as a major hurdle. So that was clearly an impetus. And looking at the volume activity, it has increased substantially in last couple of days. So looking at the price volume activity in last couple of days, it clearly says that the stock is likely to head much higher from current level. At least for next few days, 450, 452 would be the next level to watch out for. These are the price extension ratios of earlier up move, and now 415, 420 would act as a very strong support zone. So any minor dip, don't expect any major dip as such from current level, but any minor dip towards say 425, 428 would be a very good buying opportunity. And one can now keep a stop loss below 415, which was acting as a very strong resistance a couple of days back. So one can go long on minor dips. 414 would be a stop loss, and we expect the stock to move higher. 450, 452 would be our near-term targets.
All right, let's also address the flashes at the bottom of your screen. Bharti Airtel has launched Internet TV set-top box, and the Internet TV subscription is at 4,000, almost 5,000 for 3 months. We have been hearing about Reliance's plans also associated with IPTV or Internet TV as it is known. The stock is not reacting, but this could be important in terms of the changing fundamentals and the offerings that have been constantly being churned out from these telecom operators. Any view on these telecom names, Sameet? And even if you have a call on Idea in the very near term?
See, if we look at the overall price activity of Bharti Airtel in last say 3 weeks, it has given a gradual decline ever since it gave a spike around 385, 390. It has been consolidating in a narrow range, but 340, 338 seems to be a very strong base in the near term. So we don't see this stock falling below 338 on a closing basis quite soon. We might see continuation of this consolidation phase at least for next couple of weeks, but sooner or later we expect this stock to surpass 358, 360, which has been acting as a very strong resistance of late. So we would rather trade with a positive bias. We expect this stock to move higher from current level, and probably in next 3 weeks we expect the stock to gradually move towards 362, 365, and on the low side, as I said, 338 would act as a very strong support. As far as levels for Idea is concerned, this stock has already given a nosedive from high levels of 115, 114. This is purely a consolidation phase, and we don't see this stock even surpassing 90, 92. So we would believe that this stock is likely to continue its consolidation phase, wherein the range would be 90, 92 on the high side, and low side 85, 83 would act as a very strong support zone.
Right, and speaking about Airtel, Bharti Infratel in fact is one of the top gainers from the F&O side of stocks. But very quickly before we take a break, Sameet, on Vedanta and KN, in the cash there's a difference of around 50 odd rupees right now. But what do you think about the futures? Any arbitrage opportunities that are still left, or is most of that room exhausted?
Yes, it would be very difficult to take that call right now. So, we don't want to take that arbitrage call right now. If we look at the overall price activity, it has been very subdued of late. Clearly, both the stocks have been moving in a range, but we would expect this gradual up move to continue. As far as the level for Vedanta is concerned, 260, 262 would act as a very major resistance in the near term, and low side 250, 248 seems to be a very strong support.
All right, Sameet, thank you so much for joining in with your quick take on what the near-term view on the index is and stock-specific strategies as well. We'll take a very quick break. On the other side, we chat commodities with Vijay Kedia, who's Managing Director at Kedia Commodities.